Welcome to Price Ball, this is Mike. So every 4 years here in America, something big happens. And I'm not talking about the elections, I'm talking about a new version, new formula of PEScience's ALPHAMINE. The original, might be actually one of the OG fat burning drinks. So in this video, we're gonna review the 3 flavors that I have that are in the new form. And you can see I have not opened this yet. These products were sent for free from PEScience, and we do have a Price Ball coupon code. I think it's 15% off, so there is an affiliate business relationship as well. So note that. But we're gonna talk about the 3 flavors. I have Tropical Twist, and then Raspberry Lemonade, and then Sour Green Apple. And Heather and I recently reviewed Sour Green Apple. That's the most recent flavor addition, but this is the new formula, so we're gonna kind of re-review it over here. Now, while I open some of these up, long story short, this is a 2.9 gram scoop, so it's a small scoop. And in that scoop, what PEScience decided is that they originally had it front loaded. And it is a proprietary blend, which is semi-unfortunate. We can kind of figure out what's going on a little bit. They had leucine up front in the old formula. And the problem with that, is that PEScience really wanted to have more. They wanted to keep the small serving size and make it like a quick, easy to drink, energy to drink type of drink. And each scoop does have 125 milligrams of caffeine. We should state that right up front. And the caffeine is a little bit different. The old formula used to be just straight caffeine anhydrous. Now you have a mixture. Again, it is a proprietary blend, but you have a mixture of caffeine anhydrous and some dicaffeine malate, known as Infinergy, and that is a slower acting caffeine. So you're not gonna have so much of a spiking crash. We love these caffeine blends. I agree with that decision here, 125 milligrams. So this is kind of like an energy, fat burning assistance cocktail. It can be used as a pre-workout, but there's not gonna be like any pumps associated with it. So you have 125 milligrams of caffeine. The changes are that the old formula used to be front loaded with leucine, which is the most anabolic of the essential amino acids. You see it in all the branched chain amino acid formulas. But PEScience decided that they wanted to up the amount while keeping the same serving size. They wanted to up the amount of choline and L-carnitine. And in order to do that, they got rid of the leucine. And in my opinion, a lot of people, I love leucine, obviously. You gotta have it if you're eating a good enough diet, high enough in protein, you eat enough of your meat and fish and all that, your chances are, and there's a billion ways of getting in leucine. I'll put it anywhere, but you can get it in BCA supplements, EAA supplements. It isn't really needed in a pre-workout type of a situation or an energy drink type situation. It's better off, you're better off to get some more of the more active ingredients, and with enough choline and carnitine, especially if you're deficient, for people who aren't eating enough meat and eggs and fish and all that good stuff, then it really will help you get a little bit more fat burning kick. And there are a lot of studies showing synergistic effects between the carnitine and the choline. Choline provides some of that. I'm like, wow, this smells so good. Tropical Twist, very tropical smelling. There are a lot of studies showing that you have choline provides a little bit more of the cognitive focus, and carnitine does all sorts of things, recovery focus, but also with fatty acid transport. So you're going to have a lot of helper action going on, especially if you're not getting enough in your diet. So I am a huge fan of this drink. Right now it's in the afternoon. This is my afternoon energy a lot of times. So this is the fantastic smelling Tropical Twist. Oh my. And in each scoop, I'm going to put in 6 to 8 ounces of water. I chose 6 ounces of cold water for each one because I want to taste it strong. So we'll do them all at once. I'll bust these open. Tropical Twist. I don't think there's any colors in this, and if there are, it's very light. Other ingredients: citric acid, natural artificial flavors, silicon dioxide, sucralose, so it is artificially sweetened, calcium silicate, Ace K, and beet juice concentrate. So maybe just a touch of color from that. Raspberry Lemonade is the one I haven't had for the longest amount of time. That will be in the red and blue shaker cup. Whoa, okay, this is gonna be a more tart drink. You can smell the tartness. That is a strong smelling lemonade. This one is not going to be as much for me as the tropical, I can just tell, but. And then finally, the sour green apple that we reviewed recently. We'll see if it changes any different. They say it's the same flavor, but when you remove ingredients and add more emphasis on 2 other ingredients, things are going to change. The overall summation of sour green apple is that it's right down the middle. It's not too sour, not too sweet. Pretty much any sour green apple fan is going to be a fan of this. So we have a little bit of green color in this one. I'm guessing there's blue number 1 inside of here. No, all right, I apologize. You got spirulina for color. Cool, that actually adds a little bit of benefit on its own. And yes, we are doing 3 scoops here for a total of 375 milligrams of caffeine. It's gonna be a fun afternoon. We're chasing toddlers around. That's what it's gotta be. Okay, let's shake this. Now, one thing, PEScience was one of the first to also mix in L-theanine with the caffeine. L-theanine is in this blend, and that helps take kind of the edge off some of the caffeine. We love it. There's synergistic effects in terms of nootropic activities, better cognitive focus, memory, all that kind of stuff. And so PEScience, they're oftentimes early to the game, and a lot of the forum bros. Okay, we'll talk about the forum bros in a second. Let's get to the flavor. So tropical twist first. It's one I'm most excited about. That's good. There's more citrus than I expect. There it is. Citrus up front, and then you have the sweet pineapple on the back end. So it's like a more orange pineapple. Tart, then sweet. Really good sweet. Okay, that's good. That's probably gonna win, I can tell you right now. Now we have a little bit of red here in the pink lemonade, and that's beet juice concentrate. Whoa, raspberry lemonade is strong. Okay. So raspberries are kind of tight or tart, and lemonade is also, of course, tart. This is a pucker. I think you know you're gonna like this. You're gonna want, if you like a tart drink that's just gonna suck it out of you, you want to just do a quick shot of this and just knock it down. This is yours. I'm thinking less people will want this, but you know who you are if you do. That's like a double tart right there. It's good though. They don't have, I can just tell there's not too much sucralose added to that. And then finally the sour green apple, which, like I said, usually straight down the middle. That does actually taste exactly the same as it did. I'm not a sour green apple fan, but this might be winning for me. I think this might make it the long haul. If I'm not in the mood for citrusy type stuff, this is actually a winner. I legit didn't expect that. Compared to the others, I'm a big fan. However, there's one more flavor they still on their website, and as I record this right now, I'm gonna show you Prolific, their pre-workout supplement, Melon Berry Twist. Once Melon Berry Twist is available in new flavor, let's get a little taste of this one too. Ooh. Berry watermelon type flavor. That's probably gonna be the winner. That's my favorite, I think it's one of my favorite flavor systems from PEScience. So, overall, the other big change here, and I'm gonna change subjects a little bit from the flavors and stuff, we'll just be drinking this. Now, one of the things that PEScience had, back in the day, the last 2 versions, there were 84 servings, scoops per tub in here. And if you're like, a lot of people who use this are women, and they're just using one scoop a day. And if you did that, it would last almost 3 months. Well, by the end of those 3 months, PEScience, it would be a little bit clumpy. And that was oftentimes the report. And so PEScience realized they're getting a lot of returns when there was just like 5 or 10 scoops left. And they realized that not everyone was finishing these tubs anyway, but so they have actually lowered it down to 60 servings. Now, obviously, if you're just gunning after it and you want more is better, then get one of the older version tubs and you can just keep going after higher and higher amounts. But just telling you what the decision was, they are now at 60 servings per tub. So gotta let you know about that. Now, talking about the formula change, the last thing that I haven't mentioned is that they've also added L-ornithine here. And there is a synergistic study in terms of kind of like mood and feel good of the synergy between ornithine and the caffeine. And that study had about 400 milligrams of ornithine, I believe. So maybe that's about what we have here. But PEScience was pretty excited about that. And so if you check out on our YouTube video, we do have in the description, we'll have a link to the blog post, which is updated. You're going to see that we show the studies where the ornithine is synergistic as well. So another cool amino acid. Now, just like L-theanine, PEScience is ahead of the time. They're thinking that the ornithine caffeine combination is going to be the next thing. So if you start seeing that a little bit more frequently, then you heard it here first. PEScience is predicting that that's going to be the next big thing. All I know is that I like this stuff. It feels good. And in fact, so for my afternoon energy, obviously we have a lot of pre-workout supplements here in the house. I keep them high on the shelf to keep them away from the kid, of course. But I have a new row called non-annoying energy. And what I realize is that sometimes in the afternoon, I want something that isn't not going to be super spicy. And I love all the ingredients we're going to talk about, but not always. So I don't want anything that's super spicy. I love calorie burn, NMB's like grains of paradise extract, but I don't always want to be spiced out. 2, no beta-alanine. And beta-alanine is a great endurance ingredient, but it gives you the tingles. Sometimes it's annoying, so a lot of products have that. I don't want that sometimes. 3, I don't want annoying gritty or clumpy glycerol. And finally, 4, I don't want alpha yohimbine, or known as Rowolfia or rauwolfine. And if you start looking at those 4 things, that basically knocks out about 95, possibly more % of my supplement stash in terms of the energy products. So I have a new shelf called Non-Annoying Energy, which has some of the gaming supplements and 2 different PEScience supplements, Prolific, which has none of those, and ALPHAMINE. And so I'm not into, and a lot of people be like, just buy an energy drink, Cam. Well, I don't like spending that much money on energy drinks, especially when I can have a ton of scoops for a lot less money. And in my opinion, these taste better than energy drinks. Better than at least nearly all of them. So I have this non-annoying energy area, and it is covered by just a few supplements that are mostly gaming supplements or the PEScience supplements. So PEScience has like really raged back into my arsenal for the afternoon energy cocktails. Finally, I want to mention though, way back in the day, now we're going to take a little trip down memory lane. The original ALPHAMINE had a pretty strong yohimbe extract, SA2A extract. It was pretty cool, but at the same time, and we got a lot of criticism because they took that away, and we kind of finally, after we were a little upset about it, we kind of finally fell into the whole athlete's energy drink thing. A lot of the original forum bros still are upset that they took yohimbe out of this, but at the same time, first off, yohimbe is going to really, it's not going to be able to be internationally sold, but it's going to really affect some people worse than others. I personally don't want raw yohimbe. I like yohimbine hydrochloride, straight down. I don't want alpha yo. I want yohimbine hydrochloride. I take 6 milligrams a day when I'm being organized, and you could always add that in. You can get, and PEScience actually doesn't even sell it, I don't think. You have like NutraBio sells a third-party lab tested one, so you can always add it back in. And NutraBio also has a straight yohimbe too, and it's wild. People get anxious, and when PEScience dropped it, a lot of people got mad because it had less of like the fat blocking benefits and everything. But at the same time, they're getting so many fewer like complaints because some people, you give this, you give a small woman or a small person or just someone who's like yohimbe sensitive a big old scoop of that original ALPHAMINE, and some people will be like, yeah, they wouldn't be loving it. So overall, it took us some time to kind of figure that out, but I realized if I want to mix that back in, I just buy some yohimbine and I'm back in action. But sometimes, man, you just want some non-annoying energy, and this has some focus and some recovery aspects and a lot of the fat burning benefits if you're deficient in the carnitine and choline, which I've said a zillion times in this channel that too many people are. You still should eat your steaks. But on top of that, I am a big fan of some afternoon energy from this one, and honestly, when Melon Berry Twist comes out, it's going to be the best flavor, in my opinion. Until then, I'm actually drinking sour green apple. Anyway, thanks again. Priceful.com/PEScience. Coupon code PRICEPAL over on PEScience.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Enjoy doing that trip down memory lane.
Welcome to PricePlow.